Good morning, Baldwin. I'm Kevin Hutchinson, and I'm here with Mrs. Fuffman, and welcome to another edition of your morning announcements. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated. All right, so I'm joined today by Mrs. Fuffman, sponsor of the Service Club and major advocate of the high school blood drive. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Sure. So let's talk about why should students get involved in this year's blood drive?
Students should get involved all the time with our blood drive just because it helps other people. It actually makes a huge difference, and it helps save lives. Each blood donation right now can save up to 3 lives, and I'm living proof of that because I went through a trauma and needed lots of blood to help save my life.
Wow. So kids at our school can help create changes like that.
Absolutely, and I think we all want to make our mark, and I can't thank the people who saved my life, but I can help other people who unfortunately sometimes need it.
Wow, that's fantastic. So how can kids get involved in the blood drive?
Well, you're going to start seeing these pop up all over school, and we have a wonderful QR code. And all you have to do is scan the QR code, and you can pick the day and the time, and I will try my best to make sure you get what you want.
All right, nice. And what does the donation entail? Is it sort of nerve-wracking or?
It can be, but as long as you prepare, you want to make sure you drink a lot of water, you want to eat well, but it's a tiny pinch. I know no one likes needles, but it really makes a huge difference. And it not only saved my life, but then I was able to have 3 children. So that's 4 lives right there. And if they have children, then the ripple just keeps going on.
Wow, that's fantastic. All right, now we're going to segue to a short video about Mrs. Fuffman and the blood drive. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
All right.
February 11th, 2012 was the worst day of my life. It's the day I should have died. I was 8.5 months pregnant and having a very normal pregnancy. The day before was like any other day, except I came home a little extra tired, but it was a Friday. I became sicker and sicker. I was in and out of consciousness all night long until my husband found me on the bathroom floor at about 3:30 in the morning. Once I got to the hospital, we were delivered the worst possible news ever, that our son, Logan, had passed away. My veins were shutting down, and there were 2 people on each side of me, one on each elbow, one on each wrist, trying to find a vein to put an IV in. They couldn't. They kicked everybody out of the room and then put a central line into my neck. If they were unable to do that, then I would have died right then and there. I had a liver tumor that I had had for about 8 to 10 years, but there are no symptoms until it ruptures. And it had ruptured, and that is what killed my son. They had to give me triple the white platelets so that they could try to give me an epidural. I had to deliver him because if I would have had a C-section, I would have bled out and died on the table. So my worst fear was giving birth to him, knowing he had passed. So the epidural was a huge comfort, and again, they had to give me triple the white platelets to make that happen. They kept me as comfortable as possible, and at 4:22 a.m., February 12th, Logan came out looking as handsome as his dad. Was really the most beautiful thing. I had lots of blood transfusions. I had white platelets. It's so important. You don't realize it until you need it, unfortunately. And I told my students, for the blood drive, no one likes needles. Nobody wants something bad to happen to them. But you can be a hero. My son saved my life, and I'm very lucky and grateful that he did, because he has 3 beautiful little sisters that keep me quite busy. But you can be a hero just by donating blood and helping to save lives.
A huge shout out to Mrs. Fuffman and all future blood donors this year. By the way, that's just my warm-up exercises. Yeah.
Yes.
For when we come on. But let's talk about the Baldwin Airs auditions.
Baldwin
Or
Airs.
rehearsals.
To all Baldwin Airs, your first rehearsal begins today at 3 p.m. in the choir room. Please bring your Chromebooks.
All right, solid. The October Minithon meeting is going to be on October 11th after school in room 121. If you have any questions about that, see Mrs. Yunkins or Mrs. Merman. They are both on the first floor.
Be on the lookout for the opening day of the Baldwin Bean, which is coming soon. The menu is quite extensive and a great way to start your day at Baldwin.
All right, solid. If you want to make a difference and help others, we just talked about it, but the fall blood drive is going to be Thursday the 13th and Friday the 14th. Anyone 16 and older can donate, so be sure to scan one of those QR codes in the hallway.
There will be a literary guild meeting today after school in room 203. We will be debating our first novel of the year.
Solid. All right. The student council is going to be having a canned food drive in homeroom from now till the 24th. Try to bring as many non-perishable foods as you can, and they're going to fill the pantry at Baldwin Community Methodist Church. We donated 500 items last year, so we're going to try to beat that this year. Also, the chill room is going to be closed during 3rd period, 5th period, 7th period, and 9th period. All right, now let's cut over to sports with Maddie Hazard.
All right, good morning, Baldwin. So the football team has a game this Friday against Cannon Mac for our senior rec, so that means it is a home game, so hopefully you guys can head out there to check out our team. We want to say good luck to the co-ed varsity cross-country team at their meet against Peters Township today. It's at 3 p.m., so hopefully you guys can head out there to check that out. The Baldwin varsity hockey team opened their season with a win last night against Seneca Valley with a score of 5-4. Their next game will be a home game this Thursday at 7 p.m. at Ice Castle against Cathedral Prep. We want to say good luck to Anna Schmidt, Nolan Dowling, Johnny Piquel, and Katie Weber for their auditions for PMEA yesterday. Hopefully you guys can get in for that. We're going to move on to your weather for today, Baldwin. So your weather for today. It is a high of 61, low of 43, 15% chance of rain, and it's going to actually get warmer as the day progresses. Mostly sunny today, as you can see. We're going to move on to your 5-day forecast. So your 5-day forecast, Baldwin, it's going to be pretty nice Wednesday and Thursday, and then it's going to shoot back down into the low to high 50s Friday going into the weekend. But still nice weather, mostly sunny. It is supposed to rain Friday for that football game, so bring a jacket if you're going. And that's all for your sports and weather today, Baldwin. Back to our anchors for the rest of your announcements.
All right, thank you, Maddie. So now we're going to talk about some college visits from today, actually, from 11 a.m. to 11:38 a.m. Duquesne University is going to be here. Oh, and quick shout out to Madison Benedict of our own crew who just got into Duquesne. So solid school. Be sure to check them out. Tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 11:40 a.m., Mercyhurst is going to be here. From 12:30 to 1:10 tomorrow, Lehigh is going to be here. And then from 1:15 to 1:55 tomorrow, the University of Maine Orono is going to be here. So 3 college visits in one day. All right, let's talk about today's lunch.
For today's lunch, we have a chicken sandwich, chef salad, turkey bacon ranch wrap, Italian hoagie, plus the usuals that includes ice cold milk.
That's right, that's right. All right, a couple quick closing remarks. As y'all know by now, there are 2 QR codes in the closing credits, the guest anchor code and the birthday code, so be sure to check those out. All right, I'm Kevin Hutchinson.
And I'm Sarah Higgins.
And here's another edition of your Morning Announcements. Signing off.